Hello, it's Roger Cox with RogerCox.net. And again, I'm outside here. The sun is shining, but it's a little bit nippy. So my nose is dripping a little bit, but hopefully I'll get through this without too much discomfort. This is completely unrehearsed and unplanned. As of 30 minutes ago, I still didn't really have a good idea what I was going to talk about today for this video. But I was reading some of my online stuff, and I ran across another post in an article about some of the recent things been going on with Herbalife and with the federal agencies, and some of the decisions that have come out of that thing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because Herbalife is their own company, but we all of us in our own companies have some stake in this, because Herbalife is one of the main players, and it's a major company, and it's a major ethical company. So, my feeling is that the decision that came out of this is also going to affect, all of the network marketing industry in some form or another. It's going to trickle down, or the companies are going to have to change the way they do some of their business practices. So it's kind of like the old Amway thing, back years ago, when Amway kind of set the standard for what was going to go on, how you're going to do business. And it could very well be that this ruling with Herbalife is going to also set another bar where we as network marketers need to adhere to stay out of trouble. I'm not an expert on the ruling by any means, but from what I understand is one of the things that came out of that ruling was that distributors are going to have to prove that at least 50% of their volume, their earnings, comes from retail customers that are not distributors or even signed up with the company as associates or distributors. They have to be customers, and so 50% is a pretty hefty. It's a significant change from what a lot of network marketers are doing. A lot of the big earners a lot of their incomes comes from their teams, from sponsoring and recruiting people. And now, if what I think holds true, at some point they're going to need to start having more customers and start concentrating on a customer base. So what that means to us is maybe we need to start thinking about that and start getting our ducks in a row, so that if and when that happens to us, that we're ready, that we have a good base of customers to base our business on, and that we're not just solely recruiting and signing up team members. Now, one of the things that says has to happen, then one of the things you're going to need to do in order to have a good customer base is, number one, you're going to have a good product. You're going to have a product that people will buy, whether they have any financial gain from the company or not. So in other words, if you weren't required to be on auto ship, and if you weren't using what you buy to qualify you to get commissions and stuff, would you still buy the product? Would anybody else buy the product? So it's going to necessitate that we have some really good, decent products out there. So you might want to look at your product and make sure that it is a viable product, one that people will buy, regardless of whether they're in the business or not. And I think it's a good thing for our industry. I think we need to really concentrate on the customers. It also means that you're going to need to make sure that the customers that you have, that you take good care of them, that you don't just get them and forget about them. You're going to have to nurture those customers and provide other solutions for them. It's going to be a changing world, I believe. It's a little too early yet to see how it's all going to fall out and affect us all, but I think the writing's on the wall. We're going to have to start putting more emphasis on retail, on customers, and then hopefully some of those customers they'll see the business side of it, and they'll treat it like a business, and they'll go out and get their own customers. So I really think in the future, at some point, all the companies are going to have to, some way or form, concentrate more on customers. And I think it behooves us as distributors to start getting our ducks in a row. If you don't have customers, you need to find out how to get them. You need to figure out how to get the customers. So again, unrehearsed, unplanned video. Hope I didn't ramble too much. I have more of this stuff on RogerCox.net, which is my blog, and I also have some things. I have some links on there. You can see my other blog posts. If you're interested in learning how to market better and how to market without spamming, we need to get our customers without spamming the whole internet, and there's ways to do that, and I can help with that. So get in touch with me. Like my comments. Pass this, share this, pass it around. I think there's a big change coming in the industry, and we need to prepare for it. See, it's so cold out here. My lips are kind of not moving so well. So hopefully you can understand. I was coherent, and so you have a great day, and we'll talk to you at a different time. Thanks.